Hey guys, we're back, and actually we're back for take 2, but no one needs to know that. So 2018 is wrapping up and 2019 is rapidly approaching, so I figured what better way to celebrate the new year than by looking forward to some horror films that will be releasing in 2019. And so there's no real order to any of this. I'm just going to be going through some of the movies that I'm really looking forward to, and I hope that you're looking forward to them as well. So yeah, let's get this started. First up, we have Pet Sematary, and I'm not one of those people that just is crazy about the original. I saw it when I was in middle school or high school and haven't really revisited it since. I know it's a good movie, but it isn't one that has really latched on to me like so many other films. And so I've never been one of those people that's like, oh god, you can't remake Pet Sematary. It didn't really matter that much to me. But then when Joel Edgerton and John Lithgow were added to the cast, I'm so interested in this film now. I really can't wait to see what exactly they're going to be doing with it. It's falling right in that sweet spot of that March and April time where horror films have been really succeeding, so I'm really hoping that this ends up being a good one and a very successful one. But either way, I'm looking forward to it. The trailer looks sweet, and so yeah, that'll be in theaters on April 5th. Next up, we have Us. This is Jordan Peele's next film, and this movie... Okay, stop right there. Hey guys, so I'm actually filming a different video right now, and so the video you're currently watching, I filmed just a couple days before the Us trailer came out. And so all the stuff that I'm about to say is about to be very irrelevant, so I'm still going to leave it in, but I just wanted to let you know that just why that is. And by the way, I'm even more anticipating this film now that the trailer's been released. It looks absolutely incredible. I honestly just can't even believe that Jordan Peele clearly just has done it again, because it looks absolutely amazing. And by the way, yes, I forgot It Chapter 2 on this list. My bad. Either way, back to past Tyler. Get Out was so fucking incredible, both in terms of its social commentary, its cinematography, its directing, like its acting. There's just so much in it that I can't believe that Jordan Peele is a first-time filmmaker, because there's just a ton with it that is shocking that he didn't make like basic story mistakes and flow and pacing. Either he had really good mentors or he was just really fucking on top of his game, because for a first film where, I mean, I don't know much about his background. I assume he got plenty of work on Key and Peele, but either way, I'm extremely impressed. And there's not really a whole lot out about this film yet. There's no trailer. There's just some images that are out and a plot summary, very light plot summary. The cast is incredible. Elizabeth Moss and the Lupita Nyong they're two fantastic actresses, despite Elizabeth Moss's crazy Scientology beliefs. But that's okay, we still love Tom Cruise, so guess we gotta love her too. But there's a lot with this film that I'm real curious about, because as I said, I love social commentary in films, and Jordan Peele really seems like that's going to be his thing, is social commentary. And I know some people are going to get like frustrated and not be into the whole race thing, but someone's got to talk about it, and he does it so well that shit, it may as well be him. And okay, if maybe in 10 years, if he's still doing the same thing, then I'll criticize. But as of now, it's a sophomore effort. We don't know what he's going to do with his third film. Let's just enjoy it and see if it's a good movie. But that's going to be released on March 15th, and I can't wait, because that's like the same window as Get Out, so it really helps its chances in terms of just getting good buzz and just making a lot of money, because everyone's going to be like, oh yeah, Jordan Peele's new movie? Fuck yeah, let's go see it. Next up is a weird one. I don't really know if this one is going to... I might look like an idiot for this one, in all honesty. The New Mutants. So this is essentially supposed to be a X-Men horror film, and I know. Well, I like the X-Men series. I really like darker comic books. I'm a comic book guy, And so the whole concept of this just seems really cool. However, it's also one of those films where it's just like, it may as well just be an Elseworld story, because I don't think it's gonna really go anywhere, because unfortunately with Disney, fortunately slash unfortunately, with Disney acquiring Fox and they're gonna be like taking over the X-Men franchise, this is just kind of in that weird little gray area. I think that's why it's kind of had this weird like limbo. For another reason, I'm not 100% sure with all the reshoots that have gone on if this movie's still a horror film, because they're saying it still is, but with so much studio interference, I could very easily see them just being like, this is too dark. We need to bring it back a bit. Just bring it back. But that doesn't, I don't know if that's the case or not. That just seems like that's how it is. Either way, though, the cast is fantastic. You have Maisie Williams, who's Arya from Game of Thrones, Anya Taylor-Joy from The Witch and Split and upcoming Glass. She's one of my absolute favorite actresses, despite the fact that she stars in Thoroughbreds. Ugh, fucking hate that movie. But yeah, then Charlie Heaton from Stranger Things, and a bunch of other people that I'm not real comfortable saying that they're in this film, because with all the reshoots, they did a bunch of like recasting and shuffling. There's some people that we heard about them being cast and filming their roles that then they've just been excised completely. Whether the story was changed, whether their schedules just wouldn't allow them to come back and shoot. So those are the only three people outside of, I think, Antonio Banderas and this girl. Outside of those, like these people, I don't know who else is in this movie. They could very easily not be in it because of these reshoots. So I'm just gonna stick with the ones that I know for sure. It's just the safest bet. But that's gonna be released on August 2nd, and fingers crossed that it is the horror film that we were promised originally. Next up, we have In the Tall Grass, and this is actually a film that I know the least amount about on this entire list. That's mainly because there's not a whole lot about it. That image that I showed, that's like the only thing that's been released. Patrick Wilson is starring in it, and the plot, it's essentially people going into the tall grass and discovering some scary things. That's essentially the plot that's been announced. But the thing that's most exciting about this, and the reason it's on this list, is two of the three screenwriters are Stephen King and Joe Hill. For those that don't know, Joe Hill is Stephen King's son. They both have a story by and a screenplay credit in this. So that just makes me really excited, because those are two very just exciting horror creators, and even if it's just very light in the work that they did, that's enough to make me interested and enough to give me some blind faith and just knowing that I will be watching this movie, despite the fact it doesn't have anything out about it really, including the release date, which is still a mystery. So hopefully it actually comes out in 2019. We'll see. Next up is one that's actually has been making the festival circuit, so the good reviews have already been coming, so I'm pretty confident in putting this on the list. That would be Piercing. And this film, actually, it's really interesting because the plot is that this married man, kisses his wife goodbye to go stay at a hotel for business. I think he tells her business or something. I don't know. But the whole point is that he's going there to get an escort and murder her. So, as one is to do when they go on a business trip to a hotel, you just gotta murder an escort, just how it goes. I'm looking forward to this. It's the guy he was in the first few seasons of Girls. He's the lead in this, and I know that he left Girls specifically because he wanted to do more interesting roles, and fucking good on you, man, because this is a real fucking interesting role. I'm really curious as to how this is gonna turn out, because it looks really cool, and it's already getting great reviews, and so yeah, I can't wait for it. Comes out on February 1st. Next up, we have one that, this movie is, I can't even believe that I'm looking forward to this as much as I am, just based on how I felt towards the first one for the longest time. That would be Happy Death Day to You, which, by the way, best fucking title. They knocked that out of the park. And just like they knocked the first film out of the park, I was completely turned off from the first movie as soon as the PG-13 rolled up. Because I don't know how you can do a Groundhog Day style slasher film and not have it be rated R. However, I don't know, they actually pull it off. If this film is fun in ways that you wouldn't really expect it to be, they did a really good job to the point where when I watch the trailer for the second one, I'm just immediately like, oh, I know what I'm getting. I'm knowing I'm getting here. It's just going to be a fun time. Not any real stakes, which is unfortunate, but I guess it just helps make the movie more enjoyable. I don't know. The whole PG-13 aspect with this series pisses me off to no end because... So Jason Blum has this, he's stated in interviews before, where he feels like the characters on the screen, their age, the people that are watching them that are their age should be able to watch that film. The problem is that that's a fucking lie, and he's just making that bullshit up. Because guess what? There are no people that can't see an R-rated movie in fucking college. Like, half of high schoolers can go and see an R-rated film. If he would just come out and say, like, hey, PG-13 movies make more than R-rated films, so that's why we're doing that, you would have my respect so much more than making excuses that don't even make sense. I think that they made that excuse with the original Ouija as well, which, again, these are people that they should be able to see the film. Like, it's really frustrating just because, yeah, it's just a straight up lie. That's why I get so annoyed when I see it, and when I see the PG-13 for Happy Death Day, or just any of these other the Blumhouse films that come out that end up having a PG-13 rating, because it just doesn't make any fucking sense. Just come out and say, hey, we want more money, we don't think we'll make as much if it's R-rated. That's fine. It sucks, but that's fine. Just don't fucking lie and say, oh, well, we want to make sure that the people who are the same age as the people on screen can see the film. Yep, you're a fucking liar. Seriously. In case you can't tell, this is a point that's really fucking gotten to me. I could probably do a full video on that, which I probably should. We'll save that for the future. But yeah, that's really all. I got these are the films that I'm looking forward to in 2019. I hope that you are as well. And if there's any that I missed, if there's some that you're looking forward to, please comment below, because I am always looking out for new films, especially new horror films. And I have a feeling that 2019 I'm going to be watching quite a few horror films, because guess who accidentally forgot to cancel his Shudder trial after it went through for the month of October, and so it did a year subscription. So I have Shudder for a year now, and so I'm just going to be watching a lot of dumb little horror films that they put on there, which, thankfully, half the ones I've been watching on there are actually pretty decent. It's not like Netflix, where fucking half that shit is dog shit. Ugh. But yeah, that's really all. Hope that you guys had a tremendous 2018, and I hope that your 2019 just gets off to the best start ever. We'll see you next week.
Hey, you can feel free to hit that subscribe button below and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or Letterboxd. I am at Zombie Victim on all of them. Thanks.